Hello everyone, this is Charlie with HotTipCentral.com, and this is day 6 with Android. Isn't that exciting? Right? So hey, it's me again, day 6, and my phone now has 2 lock screens. Isn't that cool? I find it humorous when little bugs pop up and I didn't do anything to cause them. It's kind of funny. I don't know how to fix it yet, but this just started happening a couple hours ago. I don't know why. Here's my Motorola lock screen. Awesome. And then when I unlock it, this is kind of weird. When I unlock it, the other lock screen pops up. I'm not entirely sure how to solve that. I'll go ahead and unlock the phone, and there's my rest of my stuff. Then I'll lock it again. And when it unlocks, there it is, and yeah, that's just, I don't know. It's kind of like a gotcha kind of thing. It's actually kind of odd as well that it actually locks twice, too. You physically can hear it lock twice. Just listen to it. It's like click, click, then you have to open it, and then you just kind of scroll, there it is, and then unlock again. And then I don't know. I don't know how to solve that. If you have any ideas, let me know. I didn't do anything to the phone. Like I just been using it like normal, and I haven't done anything to it. I whipped it out of my pocket one time, and I was like, "Whoa, that's the old lock screen. That's interesting." Okay, so let's talk about the rating thing a little bit, because I'm actually going to raise it today. There's a few reasons for that, and I'll tell you what it is. For starters, the visual voicemail thing. My policy is still the same on that. I still feel absolutely mind blown that all smartphones aren't having this yet, but whatever, regardless of that. However, I have visual voicemail set up on Google Voice now, I think, thanks to Mr. Chris Gustafson, who kind of showed me that I had an extra step to do on the Google Voice website to get it set up. Wasn't aware of that, but once I hit the little button to do it and punched in a code, it works. As far as I know, it works. I haven't actually gotten a voicemail to try it yet, but the app is telling me that it works now, which is great because I wasn't going to use Umail. I've read the reviews on it. It's a battery hog apparently, and you have to set up a brand new account with something else, and then you have to have internet access to get your voicemails, and then their voicemails are being transcribed by real humans, so people are actually going to be hearing them and transcribing them for me apparently. I don't know why anyone would want some real person looking at something, and I don't know. Maybe this is wrong, but this is exactly what the features of the app say in the market. And then on top of that, all the reviews are like, this thing's a battery hog, and I don't know. I don't know anything about it. All I know is that I didn't want to set up a brand new account with anything, and I was just a little frustrated that I had to even get a third-party app anyway. But it's not totally third-party now because it's still Google, but you still have to have another account set up. I dropped it a whole point for not having it. I'm going to raise it a half a point. I'm not going to give it the whole thing because it should be built in. But I'll give it half a point again. So we'll be at 6.5 for that. Now on to, and I don't really care about this lock screen thing. I mean, it's kind of funny that it has a bug. Whatever. It's not that, it doesn't take much time out of my life. The second thing is I have a notes application now. Thank you, Tracy. Color Note. Color Note is awesome. If you haven't had it, try to check it out. Very simple list. Wow, I can't get it. Very simple list view. Free, no ads, and there's lots of different customizations and stuff you can do to your notes too. I don't really care for customizations. I just want something simple. But you have it, and it works, and that's cool. And like I said, it should be built into the phone, but I'm noticing a lot with Android that some of the most basic functions are just better with third-party apps and not built in. Maybe it's a Motorola thing. We'll blame it on Motorola again. Why not? So yeah. So I'll give you your notes point back. Whatever. It doesn't really. I mean, yes, it is. In response to some of the comments, yes, it is just notes. So why isn't it built in? Right. Notes is something that everybody can use, and maybe not should use, but a lot of people use it. All right, not everybody, but a lot of people use it. I mean, how simple is it to just say, oh, can you write this down? Yeah, hang on, I don't have a pen and paper on me, but Done. I mean, Notes is like one of my most frequently used features on my iPhone. I just really think it comes in handy. It's just nice to have something that you can write and jot down a few details that you want to remember later. It really helps you remember things. It's cool. Anyway, that's Notes, and I have it now, and it works to the best of my knowledge very well. So there you go. Get your point back. See? So now I should be back up to 7.5. That's good. Now let's talk about the new things I found today. I'm noticing that the widgets, although I have them up there and they're really cool, I haven't used them. I'm not really. Even the iHeartRadio, it's simply just to tap it. I'm noticing though that it's just as good as an app. At least for me anyway. I'm noticing that these widgets are just as good as an app. They're just taking up more space. The iHeartRadio says tap here to get started, so I tap there and it opens up the app. And it boots it, just like it's a normal icon, right? So now that it's booted, okay, well, that's good, that's cool. Now we can tap to get started again. I mean, I don't know, I can't tap it. There it goes. And we're back in the app. It's just as good as an icon. I don't see why it needs to be a widget. Same thing with this RSS feed. We have the RSS feed. It shows me the top story. Okay. An application icon wouldn't show me the top story. But, I click it to see stories other than the top story. I go, well, I have a moment. Let's check out what's happening in the world today. And I, do one of these numbers really quick, or I go to my list view if I have more time to pick a story out, then fine. Still, it's just like an app. The Twitter widget, it's not just like an app. It's open, it's available, and it's ready to go. And I can click this little button and just tweet right away. That's not like an app at all. I'm not going to say that the Twitter app widget is helping me much. I'm not really using Twitter very much, but I can see where it would be a big deal for people. So I was told by a person who watches that I should get Animated Widget Pro. I searched for this in the store. I'm not seeing it. I see Animated Widget Contact Pro. If that's what you meant, then cool, I guess I'll check it out. Or I see Automated Weather Widget Clock, but I don't actually see this Automated Widget Pro. I don't see that in the store. So I don't know if it's just not available for this device or this version of Android, or maybe I'm not typing it right. I don't know. But yeah, I don't see it anywhere. But I do really like your other recommendation of Swipe Pad. I thought that was really cool. I think it's kind of slick. You just kind of slide right in when it works. Actually, it's not really accurate. It might be this phone, but or maybe my thumb. I don't know. You can just switch between apps really quickly, right? You just I want to go to Facebook, and then just bam, you're in Facebook, and nah, I've changed my mind. I want to be in Google Plus. Just go through, and then bam, you're in Google Plus. Nah, I think I'd rather be in WhatsApp. So let's bring my thumb back over here, and let's go over here. Bam, done. I mean, it's really kind of slick, and it's graphically pleasing. And it has this nice little cool circular thing around my thumb. Yeah, it's kind of high tech. It looks high tech anyway. So at first, I thought this is really nice. This is really cool. But then I thought, the same thing is happening with the double tap on the home screen of the iPhone, or any app in the iPhone. I mean, apps pop up. You can tap one and go right to it. It's not really any different. I think the only real difference between these two things is how they're implemented. In other words, instead of being a double tap on a button, it's the swipe on the side of the screen that does it. And the second aspect I think is different about it is that I get to choose what's here and in what order, instead of the iPhone being just, whatever I've had open recently. That's the real big difference. Some people are going to say, yeah, but these apps on the Android are real multitasking. They're still running. Well, I will agree with you. They are definitely still running. And I can tell because my battery life has been really, really poor lately. I won't say poor in a sense of what this device is capable of, because I'm really not sure what the device is capable of. I will say it's poor compared to my iPhone. That's all I'm really going to go by. I don't have anything else to go by other than that. I think this real multitasking thing is, I'm not really seeing a huge difference in it. I'm not really seeing how your apps, at least the ones that I have, are really benefiting too much from being constantly running, if that's what they're doing, other than the battery going down. That's the only thing I see. Now, I'm not using any turn-by-turn navigation type stuff, and I'm not using any maps or anything like that, but even if I was, the iPhone's multitasking still handles that stuff in the background, and it still gives you the turn-by-turn, and it still updates your maps. And when it's doing that stuff, your battery is draining quickly. That's one of the reasons why I think the apps don't do it on the iPhone. But I'm not noticing that much of a difference. If there's a useful function or something that this does that benefits from the real multitasking more than what the iPhone really does, let me know, because I'm not noticing that big of a difference at all in the speed that it takes for me to have one app open and then switch to the other one. It's just the same amount of speed. The only difference is I swipe from this way to get to it, well, when it works. Yeah, when it works. I swipe that way to get to it, or I double tap the home button on the iPhone. That's the only real difference I'm seeing. One thing that I really wish would happen on this phone, and maybe this happens with the other devices, is I wish I would be notified when something happens, more visually and more in your face. The iPhone had for a long time a problem with notifications, and I never liked it either, to where something would just pop up in your face and interrupt you and you would demand your attention. And they just changed it in iOS 5 to where it only pops up in your face like that if the screen is off. And now it just kind of comes at the top, kind of like the Android does. And it notification swipes down from the bottom, or from, swipes, let me unlock this phone, swipes from the top, just like the Android's been doing for a long time. Yeah, Apple, I'll admit, you totally robbed this feature. You looked exactly what they were doing and said, dude, we're going to do just that with different code. That's all you did. So big props to you, Android guys. You got me to admit Apple totally stole your crap. But what I do wish is this would notify me at all when the screen is off. When this thing is off like this, the only thing I get is a flashing light at the top. And while I like the flashing light at the top and all, I think that's great. When the screen goes back off, that's fine. But when it really does get a notification, I really hear a sound, I wish the screen would just come on when that notification comes. I get a text message, I hear a sound, it goes blip blip, but the screen stays off. And then I have to unlock it, then I have to look at it and go, crap, okay, unlock, well in this case twice, and then still nothing down here visually showing me I got the text message. I have to go up here and see, yep, there's the text, and then click it. It's kind of a really big pain in the ass. I mean, it's actually less intuitive than the iPhone's doing right now, really, when it comes to me having my phone, my screen off, and then getting a message or getting a text or getting a response on Facebook. When the iPhone does it, I can tap a button and I'm in the app and I can respond. When this does it, again, it's probably just this device, but when this does it, I have to go, okay, something happened. There's a little green light. Let's check that out. Then I have to unlock it, in this case twice. And then I have to go, okay, there's nothing down here. What did I get? And I have to scroll down to the bottom and I have to read it and go, oh, that's what I got. Okay. And then click it, and then I can see the stuff. So, I mean, that's a downside. I'm gonna admit it. Do I think that happens on all Android devices? No, I don't. I honestly don't believe that's what's happening with your guys' devices. I don't. But that's what's happening here. If it is what's happening with your other guys' devices, well, then you guys have a worse notification system than the iPhone does. Point blank. I mean, now you do. Before you had a better one because the iPhone would interrupt you. But now that the iPhone's stolen yours, they do it better than you. Yeah, so that's really all I have to say today. I was really busy today. I didn't have enough time, so that's why the video for day 6 is actually happening on day 7. Well, at least I'm recording it on day 6, but you're not going to see it until day 7. I'm having an okay time, I guess. I really don't have any complaints really today, other than that double lock, and that's, like I said, that's just more humor to me. If anything, that increased. You know what? I'm going to raise it 0.5 point for the double lock screen. Let's do it. It's bringing me joy. It's making me smile, and that's what it's all about, right? I think this right here is causing me, it's causing me enjoyment. I'm finding it funny that I have to unlock the phone twice. I don't know. Some people will find that annoying. I'm actually kind of humored by it. I just know that when I get here, I'm going to be like, all right, aha, very funny, you got me. Maybe there's an update to this Go launcher that will take care of that. But yeah, that's pretty funny. So I'm gonna raise it. I'm gonna raise it to 8. So you guys are back to 8. All the points you lost yesterday, you're back. I had a better day. Yeah, I guess I'll see you tomorrow. Hopefully, if I can find the time. This weekend's gonna be crazy, so maybe I won't find the time to make videos, but I will if I can. So yeah, stay tuned for that.